Apparently I left my key on my bike overnight, which I just noticed. Can you hear that rain? It's like raining so hard right now. I'm meant to be only in the Trang for like 2 days. Maybe I stay longer because I don't want to go out in this rain. This is like a proper rain. The place I had breakfast was 1 minute away. I don't know if you can tell because I'm wearing dark clothing, but I'm completely soaked. 1 minute. 1 minute on the bike. And I'm completely soaked. Anyway, I'm canning all plans. Maybe I'll go to the mud baths or something like... I'm not going outside. That's okay. I'm gonna take a grab because screw riding in this nonsense, you know? This place will be pretty nice to walk around during the a more drier day, I think. I wouldn't know. But it's either I stay for 2 nights or I stay for like a whole month. I do love baths. Ciao. I should have. Okay, so let's see. There was 315 dongs to come in to a private mud bath. Actually, my pasty white skin don't look so pasty in the mud. And it's outdoors, under a shelter. And there's like no one here. There's like 2 families here with a few kids. Mostly probably because it's raining, like it's pissing down real bad. But this place is awesome. No, I could not think of a better way to spend a rainy day in Nha Trang than this. Alright, oh, should blur those out. That's for my OnlyFans only. Personally, I like my hot spas really hot, like boiling hot, like 38 degrees at the minimum, 40 if I can get it. But this is not very hot. It's lukewarm at best, which is fine. Because it's not actually that cold outside. So you get this nice view and a bath to yourself, nobody else about. So you get 20 minutes of mud baths, and then they give you like a hot, I don't know, there was a few other things, but the main pool and like the a bunch of other stuff was included, including togs. If you didn't bring togs, why you would go to a pool and not bring togs is beyond me. But and since there's so little people, I actually feel okay filming. I love that there's this little jar of water, so you can use it to, you know, cleanse yourself before handling anything. Man, this view is never gonna get old for me. I could stay in here for hours and just like look at the forests. It's so nice. Like, this is my view. Okay, minus the feet. Many hours could be had here. 2 minutes, only 20 minutes, but that's actually probably enough unless I want to turn into the sand monster from Spider-Man. Hello. After the mud bath, you get a hot shower outside, by the way. and then a mineral water soak. And this is a proper hot water. Hells yeah. Not sure if I like the view better or worse. I've discovered a bit of a fatal flaw in this hot tub. The water is nice and warm, or was, but they don't keep this thing filled, so the concrete is very cold. So cold concrete, warm water, on a cold day, water cools down pretty quick. Oh man. Hydrotherapy they say, more like water jet therapy. I think my water jet back home had less pressure than this. Very interesting experience. Can't even see. This really hits the spot, like best shoulder massage I've ever had. Not very warm. Yeah, it's kind of cold. Up right at you. This place is nice. It's a little dated, but it's nice. I think little might be a bit of an understatement, actually. Another one of these automatic car washes. This one's not as bad. It's actually bearable. It's not nice. This whole pool is heated better than the mineral bath, which is kind of sad. This is one of my favorite dishes in Vietnam so far. Bonnet. This bonnet was steak, which is a bit fancy. Usually you get like more of chopped up meat. So I've never seen meatball. This one before. Anyway, what it is, get bread. It's the biggest banh mi I've ever seen. Well, usually you rip some off instead of taking a bite. Get some meat. Oh, that's good. And a little bit of greens, so you don't die. This is café sur fin. It's Vietnamese slow drip coffee. You just drip it on your table and you drink it. Give you some ice to chill it when you need to drink it, because it's always hot here. And I got myself some pineapple juice. That's actually for the meal. This coffee here, this coffee is my dessert. I think that's cafe suaden, which is sugar coffee. Anyway, aside from the food, the reason I've decided to call you guys over is because I just want to talk about that water park, the hot mud bath. Um, I really enjoyed that experience, but my feelings are a little mixed. So I say that because I wrote some notes down. So first of all, I love the spa. The spa was great. The spa was 390, no, 315,000, which really is not a lot of money. I spent 4 hours there. The actual spa isn't the issue. It's sort of the amenities. The mud pools are great. The mineral bath was okay. I like the mud pool better. But the changing rooms and the shower rooms are a little outdated, might be the right way to put it. I don't feel like I would get tetanus or a staph infection just by going in, but there are a lot of rust and tiles were a little grody, and in fact, I just didn't feel like taking a shower there, so I just took a grab home to my hotel and had a shower in my hotel instead. Would I go back? To be honest, yeah, it was so cheap. Like, I would go back. I'd enjoy another go at it. But the way I would put it is, it's got incredible views. But I wouldn't take my mom there, or any of the people I know in my life who are a little bit more, let's call them high maintenance. It's not the place is not clean. It's just a little old and not maintained well. It's not run down. It's just, it could use a bit of a facelift. I don't know. I think it's more of a local spot because I only saw Vietnamese people there, except for one Russian family. And I have to say, like, when I was in the pools, I was having a hell of a time. I really, really, really enjoyed myself. But when I was out of the pool, getting changed, having a shower, or not having a shower, going to the bathroom, not not my, not what I would write home about. No, there's a fancy one a little bit further away. It's a bit more modern, so it probably addresses all the things I've just talked about. But that place is like twice the price. So I guess it depends on what you're going for. I still really enjoyed the mud bath and the mineral pools. No regrets there whatsoever. You know it's pretty clean because they draw a new bath for you as you go in and all that stuff anyway. Hopefully I conveyed what I am thinking. I'll put it like 7 out of 10. Maybe a 6. Traffic here is like nuts. I think it might actually be worse than Ho Chi Minh City. I don't know why. I just think this city was never meant for this amount of people. At least Ho Chi Minh was kind of, you know, designed as a large city. With Saigon always having been sort of the capital of the south, if you will. I miss my little provincial towns already. They're so much nicer. So I think it's just the prevalence of cars and a hell of a lot more foot traffic. Like, yes, this is how you use a roundabout, I think. I don't know, man. The New Zealander in me is having a seizure, I swear. Christ, is this beach ever popular, huh? Like all the way down as far as the eye can see, it's just plump with people. I don't think that's the right word. A lot of people at the square as well. It's just like a lot of people in general. Looks like it's some remnants of the Super Bike Fest. I think that's what they call it. Is it really a bike at this point? This must have been the launch-off point for the Superbike Fest. I missed most of it, but those guys were also riding like assholes on the road, so there's got to be something else going on, because there's a lot of school kids here and a bunch of military guys practicing marches, so must be something. Like, I think they're rehearsing. I'm about 30 minutes away from mess starting. They got 2 TVs out here. Wonder if it gets so crowded that that fills up and you got all this space for people. I went to a mechanic yesterday and I asked him if he had a luggage rack that he could sell me, because I mean that's the biggest thing, is my luggage just sits too far forward. Pain in the ass, quite literally actually, so I can't actually use the full, width of the seat. And of course he's like the 5th mechanic I've asked. Maybe I shouldn't be asking mechanics. Maybe I'm going to the wrong places. Maybe there's a big accessory store for all motorcycle things somewhere and I just haven't found one. Anyways, that aside, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so of course he said no to me, just like 5 other mechanics before him. And I was probably looking pretty dejected and really sad. And he asked me if I was looking to have luggage and a person at the same time. And I said, no, that's not what I want. That sounds terrible. This thing can barely hold myself and the luggage. I didn't say that part. It's just, that's too much translation work. So anyway, and he's like, okay, come back tomorrow. I might have something for you. He didn't give me a price. He didn't tell me when to come back. He just said, come back tomorrow. And today is tomorrow, so I'm headed there. I'm at the mechanic now. He disappeared with my bike. He said he's gonna get a new rack put on, maybe as a welder friend or something. But just found that he has, this was my first bike. Well, I had the SR400, this is an XR. I think it's either a 400 or a 500. It's not big enough to be, I'm pretty sure this is the 400. It's still got the drums on. It's got no dash. Oh, it's a beauty. I love this thing. That's kind of wild. Like, I'm at a traditional Vietnamese convenience store because I'm looking for tin foil. Or might actually, I'm trying to get some rust off of my rack because I found a lot of rust on the rack of my bike. Turns out rack that he bought from another guy doesn't fit on my bike, so I'm just gonna have to make do. I think the best thing for me to do is take the rack off, the seat off, and use the rack. But anyway, I'm here because I'm looking for, actually tape might work. You just tape the whole thing shut. I have wider tape. So my options are Scotch-Brite pads, which might work, or aluminium foil, and I can either wax with candle or just spray paint a clear coat on. Let's see. My other option is just tape it, like tape it. That's foam tape, and I have everything. That's, what is that? It's a segmented tape. I've never seen tape like that. I can just tape the rust shut. My goal isn't to remove the rust or make it look good. I just don't want it rubbing on my luggage. To be honest, I was kind of avoiding tapoas, like traditional Vietnamese convenience stores, just because, well, they're kind of daunting, alright? You go to 7-Elevens or Family Mart or Winmart and you get air conditioning and everything's in English, nothing's in handwritten Vietnamese, which is even harder to read than normal Vietnamese, by the way. But I'm kind of glad I went. That was pretty exciting. And I won't be so hesitant to go into one riding along the side of the road anymore. Everything's easier after the first time, eh? So here's the deal. So the mechanic managed to find a rack that came all the way out to here, past the tail, just past the tail light, and slightly wider. Unfortunately, the bolt holes did not line up. I feel like if I was back at home, I probably could have forced something to happen, you know, make a bracket or drill a new hole or whatever, but this really wasn't it. But this is what was under the seat, which I kind of knew. I just don't want to take the seat off because now that means I have to carry the fucking seat around. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I'm just gonna strap my bag to this. I think this is what I should have been doing this whole time. Strap goes there, there, across. It should be fine, I hope. That does mean the bag has a hard stop to go again, so I can actually use the full length of the seat, more or less anyway. It's whatever. It's whatever. I think I'll be alright. I was actually at the Tapoa trying to find something to remove all that rust, because I don't really want rust marks on my bags if I can avoid it. I'm just gonna chuck down a plastic bag underneath and call it a day, because to be honest, again, it's a whole lot of whatever. I thought maybe my problem is because I was actually going to a mechanic, but apparently that wasn't the problem. It's just not common. I don't know. I would have imagined these are quite common. So I looked up a motorcycle parts store, like a accessory shop, and they don't have one either. Oh, I see. Let's access that. Up. Oh. I didn't expect much when coming here. Thought it was just an art gallery. Well, this seems fun. Seems like a good way to hurt myself. Very little safety, anything. It also means you can go wherever the hell you want, as long as you're prepared for the consequences of messing up for 30,000 dong. Neat little adventure park. Or you can climb rock wall. No, for a place that's quite desolate, it's cool to see trees in places like these. It's mostly just rocks and sand and salt water here, you know?
这里高难度的这里。Đỡ đã. Để coi là hình mẫu.
Ooh, lots of life here. A crab just burrowed. That's with the air hole right there. Yeah, lots of air holes here actually. It's a little beach full of life. I guess I won't stop any further then. God damn it. Why is it always raining here? If this is dry season, what the hell is wet season like? Oh, that is so good. This might be the heartiest pho I've ever had.
Trứng vịt lộn sống 40.000 một chục, trứng ghè lớn.
This is an old Well, it's a wall from a walled city. I'm surprised they let you get on it. I mean, at least there's no signs saying you can't get on it. It's actually pretty impressive. Oh. Suppose that would have gone all the way around. You have got to love large trucks doing U-turns in the middle of a highway. Okay. So apparently I'm 400 kilometers away from Ho Chi Minh, where I started. That's kind of exciting to know. Wait, hold on, that can't be right. I've done way more than 400 Ks. That must be the straight line distance, like sit on the highway the whole line distance. This is interesting. I love these. I wasn't expecting such a steep climb. Ooh, there we go. Come to have a look at the reservoir, you know. We'll have a nice body of water. Langha Cafe. Juice and coffee, doggies. That seems like a good place to stop. Okay, I don't know why, but the road suddenly turned into really deep gravel. Well, okay, this is actually graded gravel, but there are patches that are quite deep. So you can see where the tire marks are from cars. They're packed down pretty good. But where I want to be, on the sides, there's some nasty stuff in there. I don't know why, but there was a gate and 2 guards, and they stopped me. And then we both realized there's no connection here, so we can't use like Google Translate, so he was just like, oh, go. You can go in if you want, whatever. The whatever part's my interpretation, but anyway, I have no clue where I'm going. I had coffee at that shop and I was like, surely this road just goes around the whole reservoir, does it not? Apparently it goes into the mountains. So very much the mountains here. Looks like there was asphalt here at some point in its life. Well, it's been ripped up? This far into a gravel road? This is strange. I don't know where I am, but it's quite beautiful. Seems to be a lot of work going on around here though. That's a nice little creek. Looks like there's infrastructure going up there. Those look like electrical wiring. Yeah, this whole little valley here. Quite neat. I imagine this is not a very popular road. There's a lot of stuff like hanging almost to the middle of the road, like foliage overgrowth. I also haven't seen anybody on the road for like a good 20 minutes, except for people working at cafes on the sides of the road. I mean, if those are there, that means people must be going this way as well, right? Also, no, I'm not trying to kill my engine. I'm just going uphill in second gear. Because that's like, I might even have to go down to first gear in this hill. It's like it's like this. This thing will go wherever I want it to go, long as I'm happy to get there when it wants to get there. 14 kilometers. There's something in 14 kilometers. Okay. I'll stop at whatever that is. Kaudo 500 meters. I have no clue what Kaudo is. Is this just a mountain pass to another village or something? Come on! 6 kilometers. I think I've worked it out. Those signs have to be to the top of the mountain. Hopefully I can make it. I'm in first gear, literally crawling up at 15 kilometers an hour. First gear is like really low, and second gear is kind of high. Like comparably, the gearing's really wide, so that means you can crawl and cruise, except, you know, on a 50 that doesn't mean it much. I'm also hoping that I've got enough fuel, because going uphill like this, I'm having to peg the throttle quite a bit, and I'm nearly about only a third of a tank left. Hopefully going downhill just means I can kind of chuck it into fourth gear and drag the rear brake a lot, or at least chuck it into third and engine brake my way down without much throttle. I also think the bike's having trouble breathing because we're so high up. My throttle range has decreased. Like it just, I can feel it complaining when I get to high throttle. I'm really high up. I never expected to take this bike somewhere this high. Yeah, like the cob kind of just juts out here and there, like just kind of jerks. I think it's probably running really rich. The air's thinner higher you go, you know? 5 kilometers. Hopefully I can survive that. Because I feel like it's been ages since I saw the 6-kilometer sign. So, oh boy. Seem to have a friend. It's going at about the same pace as I am. Literally pedaling the bike up with my feet. I'm nearly I know we can do this, buddy. Oh, holy fuck. Apparently there's a pagoda up here. Uh-oh. I think I'm gonna have to pedal up this one too. It's not so bad. I don't know about slow and steady, but a slow and slow still wins the race. Okay, for whatever it's worth, I'm here. But that's how much fuel I have left. I might be fucked. Like, genuinely. Xin chào. This whole complex seems really new. I was actually kind of hoping for a lookout or something, but this isn't bad either. This is a nice reprieve from the heat of the, what do you call it, sea level life, you know? It's nice and cool up here in the mountains. Deep. Okay, it's kind of sinking in me that how fucked I might actually be. I just had a look on the map because of course there's like a 5G tower over there at least. So the thing is, right, I have very little fuel left, almost none. Figured that I filled up not too long before coming here actually. The problem being that it was mostly uphill. So then I'm hoping that going downhill it'll be okay. Fingers crossed. Why do I do this to myself? I should have turned around at half fuel. Should have seen the mountain and been like, nope, 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 nope. But nope, apparently I don't do that. And then I get to just, yeah, okay. So temple's closing soon, so I gotta go anyway. I mean, what am I even gonna do, you know? Holy. It's 36 kilometers to the nearest fuel station. And I'm hoping I can make it because it's downhill. Hopefully I don't have to push my bike through the gravel. There's also a thick bit of clouds coming in, so we'll see how this goes. See, the thing is, I've got a pretty good feel for how this thing's fuel gauge works. Even in the red, it will give me about 50. But the thing is, fuel dropped like a brick. Like literally, as soon as I noticed that the throttle was being a bit funny. Also, there's this park which probably has really good lookout, but I can't go in. I realized that the carburetor is starving for air. That's what's happening. So more fuel's being put in. Well, I guess the same amount of fuel's being put in, but it's running rich, meaning it's just running inefficiently, meaning burning more fuel for no real good reason. There's a broken down car here. Oh, car.
Ủa anh sửa xe để đội nó lấy bắt mẹ cái đội rồi. Bây giờ mở ra kiếm đội đi ra.
And he doesn't have a jack. So I was gonna go to the temple and ask, but there's a car that just came by, so maybe this is lucky day. I don't mind helping, but I really hope that my fuel lasts and that the, what do you call it? The sky lasts. I just gotta pop back to the temple, which really isn't that far away. Just, and ask one of the gods if they can come down and help. Okay, I just got in touch with the guards at the gate, and they said they'll send someone. Hopefully, we understood each other well. Fingers crossed. You know, I'll let them know and I'll be on my way, because I think I do need to kind of cover my ass a little bit with this weather. I can't really do much else for them. I just saw the people who were in the taxi on the back of a pickup truck. That's perfect, so they can still go to the pagoda. So I think it's closing soon, so they picked a pretty bad time for it. Unlucky, very unlucky for them. But hey, at least they get to go. I'll let the taxi driver that they're on their way. Everyone's happy. Good stuff. Oh boy, I really hope good stuff. Yeah. I swear that needle just like, every other time I look at it, it makes me feel scared. So I've let him know. It's time for me to go. Yeah, this is how they indicate that you need to slow the fuck down around corners. If you see just a branch on the side of the road around the corner, that means there's a crash or something. It basically means chill out, you might hit something. Alright, let's begin the descent or ascent. Why is it uphill again? Come on, you can't be uphill both ways. Let's see how much I can hypermile. Mind you, down these hills is still pretty much just a roller coaster ride. Whee! Also, I'm starting to get really cold. I guess my body's kind of used to being in 30-degree weather now. It must be like low 20s here, or like low mid 20s here, surely. I've been up here for a while, and with the wind, I don't even have my long sleeves on today. It's kind of cold. Oh, see, I kept seeing these on the way up, and I don't realize what they're. They're runoffs. You know, if you lose brakes or whatever on the way down, you just crash into those instead of off the mountain, I would guess. Or into the side of a mountain, I guess. Because, yeah, it's a sheer vertical cliff on my right-hand side. It's a very bad time to realize that I still have very, 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 very real case of agoraphobia or fear of heights. Oh God, that needle's pretty much about to move off of the red. I'm not even halfway there. So remember that gravel road section? I still haven't hit that. Okay, I'm starting to see signs of civilization, like literally places advertising stuff. Oh, oh, I'm not too far from. Okay, I'm at the end of that road, so that means I can. I still probably have about 20 k's to go, maybe 15. But I fueled up in the morning, man. I fueled up. I wasn't even gonna fuel up. I had like half a tank left. I'm so used to having 18 liters like on tap on my DR. Even nearly 6 months without having ridden her. Okay, well here's a gravel. I can't hit this at the same speed as I hit the tarmac, but I can go nice and slow. Would have stopped by now and have had a bit of a stretch, but I feel like I shouldn't stop. Oh, and it's getting warmer and more humid as I go further down. Ah, gross. I kind of forgot what it was like. Ah, that's why everybody goes to Dalat. What's up, dogs? What's up? What's up? I'm pretty sure the fuel gauge has bottomed out. Like it's just not going down any lower, which I wouldn't be surprised. I gotta figure out if this bike has a reserve. At least I don't think I'm that far away from being out of the woods though. So who knows? Maybe this is the fuel gauge of despair. And it's designed to make you feel like you're out of fuel when you're actually not. Just like how this is a speedometer of hope. It says you can get to 90 on 4th gear, but I've yet to get 70 on 4th gear. Whoa. Ah, fuck off. Holy hell. This is... I swear this gravel wasn't this deep when I went out. You know, I seem to have had a bit of a trifecta. My camera battery's almost at 0. My fuel is certainly, well, maybe not 0 quite yet. And my stomach is definitely at 0. So is my hydration. Apparently having 1 cup of coffee before such a big adventure is not enough. Oh, fuck yes. Okay, so this means the gravel is officially over. That means I probably have another 10 kilometers to go. Hopefully less. Okay, just past the cafe that I had coffee at, which wasn't that far in, so I think I'm nearly there. I swear it has been running on fumes for a while now. If I have to push 5 kilometers, that's a lot better than having to push it 10 kilometers. Yes, this is the bridge. Take this bridge, it leads out to the highway, and then on the highway, there are fuel stops. Heck yeah. I can't believe it. I can't believe this thing lied to me. I feel like the anxiety's made me hungrier. Holy shit. Bike just started cutting out now. Thank fuck. Sweet nectar of gods. That can't be right. Because I swear that's how much I filled up before and it wasn't this empty. Got myself a cafe fin. It's brewing now. We'll have that in a minute. A jug of Trada, which is just cold tea. Perfect, that's exactly what I needed. Oh, lovely. And well, they called it a pizza, but I beg to differ. It's a really nice place for a cafe, right? Just by the water. There's a dock over there. There's no one here. I don't know why. I would have imagined this place is very popular. I mean, it is a bitch to get to. You can't get here on a car. You have to go through quite a few alleyways. But there. A lot bigger in person.
Con cá là mua một cửa lắm anh.
Mua biển. Mua biển. Con này là
This place isn't half bad. The cells are a bit small for the fish, but that's to be expected around this region, unfortunately. But you get to see a lot of specimens, like domestic and international. So, and there's some pretty cool stuff here, like all the fully intact whale skeleton and things like that. And for what I paid for the entry, which was less than this drink was, it's good. I feel like there used to be more here, or maybe this is like the new exhibit building. There's quite a few old buildings here that doesn't have anything in it or is closed off. Maybe next time I come back there will be something in this one. This one looks new. New. This is a very long maze. Just follow the left one, right? And you get to the end. Okay, I get a cabin for myself. This is great because I'm terrified of heights. I'd be more terrified if somebody else saw me pissing my pants. 3.3 kilometer cable car. Oh shit. Holy fuck, this thing moves! Oh my god. So, despite my fear of heights, and I would say a petrifying fear of heights, the reason I wanted to do this is because, well, why wouldn't you? Well, that's better at night time when I can't see how far I fall. Actually, you know what? At least it's water and not a mountainside like usual. Is that better or worse? You know, people have to face their fears. You think the one I take on the way back, I can ask a really nice Vietnamese family if I can go with them and cry in the corner? So supposedly these things were, like, obviously all of this is artificial. The Europeans did not settle on this island and like build a European themed pier. I don't know if you can quite make it up, I'll show it to you. It's like sort of designed like a pseudo Portuguese French style buildings. Obviously there's that big fuck off Ferris wheel you can see from everywhere in the this is not the long, this is not Trang. At night time because it lights up. And yeah. So I'm going at night because I'm not really interested in the water park or any of that stuff. I couldn't care less. I am more interested in, like, well, I was gonna say watch the sunset, but it's not gonna be much of that with that thick black cloud over there. And there's two shows, a light show and a tata show. Now when you say tatas to someone, they usually mean something quite exciting. Holy shit, what did I try and stand up? Don't stand up. So yeah, that one. That's the reasons. Oh, and I was gonna say, supposedly these are meant to be like Eiffel Towers. Like that's the design intent behind these supports. I don't know if you can, support's the right word, but to me they just look like telephone towers or electricity power towers, no? I don't get it. How are people so nonchalant about Vietnamese, well, infrastructure building? No offense, but I've seen some shady shit in my short time here. Oh my god, this thing drops. Not as fast as when it's slingshots you out at the start, but... Oh. Okay. Well now, I've only got to do it one more time. This place is, what's the right word? Obnoxiously loud. Also, not very populated. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, this place is pretty much just an open air shopping mall. Is it not? I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but this must be where the 7:30, I've still got quite some time to go, Tata show is. Hey, okay. So I should grab something to eat around here then. I wanted ice cream, so I ordered ice cream. Fuck, that's durian ice cream. I should have been suspicious when they didn't ask me what flavor I wanted. You probably can't make out because this camera is not really, designed for nighttime. But this is the best view of the city and the Ferris wheel I'm ever gonna get. This is so cool. And there's no one here. This is like past the Lotteria and like the main theme park entrance is over there. But yeah, beautiful view of the city, skyline, and then whatever that hotel is, and the Ferris wheel. Managed to get down from there without shedding myself, which is great because there were 3 girls on the cable car with me, and just having someone there so you're not in your own head makes a huge difference. Like such a big difference you wouldn't even know. But yeah, honestly, I paid 200,000 for the round car trip, and I think that's so worth it, even just for the show, even if nothing else. Like I said, you can pay extra to go to the amusement park and the water park, and I think they do do a package deal, and you can have 3-day all the cable car, you can eat buffet deal or something like that as well. I personally don't see any reason to do that. Because I can't imagine myself locking myself onto an island privately owned by one of the biggest conglomerates in Vietnam during the day and sweating my ass off when I could be doing that for free. But it does have a pretty good view at night, and it's not half bad. And you know, for whatever it's worth, despite all my whinging about my fear of heights, which is very true, I still had a good time. Gotta say, not bad place to walk around, you know, because the whole strip is just like the beachfront. You just walk along it. There's convenience stores, restaurants. I mean, if you want anything cheaper, you've got to go a couple streets in, but I can do that with the bike. It's not bad getting a few steps in. Okay, so I was at the store buying a bag of chips, and what I found was salt and vinegar chips, which is something I really miss from New Zealand. I grew up on vinegar chips in New Zealand, and you can't find them. It's not a thing in Southeast Asia, but I saw them in the store here. Except it cost more than all the food I had today combined. And I'm talking proper meals. So I decided I'd try for my cheddar flavor instead with this soccer dude. Anyway, while I was there, I also picked up some watermelon, but that's not important. I found this. Now you might be looking at this and go, wait, those are just some novelty chocolate shaped like rocks. And you'd be absolutely correct. Except this right here, my friends, is my childhood. This was my favorite chocolate growing up, and it tastes exactly the same. Hold on. I can't. It tastes like cheap milk chocolate. Full stop. Really, there's not much more to it. Shaped like a rock. It's crunchy. It's delicious. Oh my god. No, every time I go back to Korea, I can never find these. Because I guess they're kind of like old-fashioned now, or whatever. I kind of miss these. And I'm surprised I can find them in Vietnam. Maybe someone bought the old machinery from a Korean factory or something. Maybe they used to be made in Vietnam. I have no fucking clue. But childhood, right there. I don't even know what's going on. Some sort of off-road rallying challenge. It's an awfully short circuit. Seems like a lot of power to go very short distances very slowly. I don't know. I'm trying to get to that temple, but we'll see. So I was told I can't go to that temple on top of in the middle of the island. So I guess I'm going to one of these instead, in the hills. Let's see. This one seems more funner, with a bit of off-roading here. Let's see how this goes. This is a very steep hill. I'm in first gear and it's struggling to go up it. Not quite enough to pedal through it, but almost throttle wide open. Man, it's rough for a 50 out here, you know? This is either a terrible idea or a terrible idea. Because apparently there are no buses over 8 meters to go up here. That usually means it's either super twisty or very off-roady, or it's a sheer cliff wall. And I'm putting my money on the third choice. Oh, it opened up a lot after the first section. Hopefully it stays like that, but I doubt it. Come on, baby! Woo! That sign just said 15% incline. Stuff. The guy at the bottom should have just told me to walk. %15% seems right. Holy sh... Look, that's me maxing out, alright? And I'm not going up a gear. There is... second gear means I'm going in reverse. Okay, that must be where we're going to. That golden pagoda at the top must be whatever this chua is. Holy hell, this is steep. It's nothing but 15% inclines here. Oh man. And given how close we are, like literally, but how far away it is, what's the opposite of lateral? Is lateral side by? Eddie, you know what I mean. It's only gonna stay this steep, I think. You'd think putting the bike through torture is enough to get to this place, but there's stairs. Stairs. For there, rough where that little blob small mountain is, that's where I'm staying. Let's see, this is like the main city strip, There's VinPearl Island over there. It's like such a great view up here actually. But just look at those switchbacks. Hope that gives you an idea of how steep it is. I think this is about like 1,000-meter elevation and about 15 kilometers. So it's pretty rough.